Hello and welcome back to Income Strategies, a place where you learn the skills to make money, to multiply your money, and to manage your money. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, today, what do I have for you? I'm going to be teaching you about the RSI and the SAR combo. Yeah, the combo technique that will help you to at least be able to make decisions on your cryptocurrency trading. All right, so what is the RSI? RSI is relative strength index, of course, and you know it's a technical indicator. And then the SAR actually is a PSAR, which is a parabolic stop and reverse indicator. We're going to be looking at them and how both of these indicators can help us make good decisions or is it good decisions or even be able to indicate what is happening in the market so that we know what next step to take. Okay, now, so let's go and start with the RSI. I'm going to start with the RSI first. And if you take a good look at the bottom, you'll see that we have the RSI, which is probably just like a graph, right? Yeah, it's actually, the relative strength index is actually a momentum indicator. So what do I mean by a momentum indicator? Or maybe I should even start by telling you what an indicator or a technical indicator is, right? So a technical indicator just is practically a pattern-based indicator that tells us about, the magnitude of price and the volume of that asset within that ecosystem, right? I think that's a whole lot of English. But the main point is that these are just pattern-based signals that tell you what's going on in the market space, in the cryptocurrency market space, in the stock market space, in the forex market space. But because our focus is on cryptocurrency, that's why we're looking at it based on this cryptocurrency, ecosystem. All right, so good. So I've explained to you what a technical indicator is, but now you have to understand what a momentum technical indicator is, right? Because like I just told you that the relative strength index is a momentum indicator. So a momentum indicator just helps you to measure the strength or the weakness of a particular price or the speed or the acceleration of that price. Right? So that means that when you see a price of any of these assets, right, you're either seeing it rise up, you're either seeing it decrease. So that momentum indicator tells you or helps you to understand and evaluate the speed with which this price is rising or the speed with which the price is falling. Okay, so now you understand what a momentum indicator is. So let's get back to talking about the RSI itself. So if you look at it right now, like I said, it's a momentum indicator that helps measures the speed of price, okay? The speed or the rate at which it is rising, the rate at which it is falling. And when we talk about an oscillator, it's more of like a graph, okay? That rolls between 0 to 100, okay? And if you take a good look at this, let me just enlarge this so you can see it's a graph that shows how the price is going up. And typically, because I say it rolls between 0 and 100, when we talk about the 30 line level of, the RSI, we're talking about, that's what we call the oversold level. Okay. And then we're looking at the 70 line and above, we're looking at the overbought level. So any asset naturally that falls within that is like, okay, on the 70 level and above is considered overbought. That means it's buying, it's going up, it's going up, it's going up. So at that point where we have the 70 level, let me give you an example. So let me increase this one. You can see this point, how it rose up to this point here. By the time I long press on it, let me just long press on it so I can show you what I mean. Now look at this place here. This is showing 77.18, right? I'm talking about this point here, 77.18. Now that point already tells us at this point, the asset is overbought. That means it has been buying. And you can see, let me just make you understand. Let me just long press and show you. Let me do this properly. Let me long press and show you this. Oh, that's too high. Let me get to the point. It's not easy to do this on phone. Yeah, you can see this level. Can you see? Can you see? I'm bringing it up to, can you see where it has reached to? At that point, when it clears, you'll see it's the point, the top, the peak, where it says 28,879. That's the point where it began to reverse and now start selling. Because at that point, it has risen to its overbought level. That means it's going up, it's buying and buying and buying. And it now gets to a point where, it's gotten to its peak. And you can see that 77.18 was actually the peak. So anything from 70 upwards, it's already signaling that, there's going to be a change in price. It's going to start falling. It's going to start selling, right? So we're going to look at how this will work together with the SAR to be able to, factor out what exactly is going on in the market and what you should be doing or what you should not be doing. All right. So let me show you the second side of this. Let's look for another point where it has reached to the bottom. Look at this place here. Let me show you this portion here. As you can see here, it went all the way to 28,113. So let me just show you at that point so you can see, even though it has like a double bottom, but you can see at that point there, it was at what, 35? No, that was even quite high. Let me go to the real bottom price there. No, I'm trying to get the point. Oh, that's not. Let me see if I can get it. Okay, yeah, I think I got something. What's that? That's 26. That's below 30, right? So if you look at it, you can see it's exactly on this red candle. Can you see that red candle where it's giving us a 28,113? That was the lowest point at 26. That's the 26 level of the RSI, and it switched. That's what we're talking about here. So what you need to know, why are we using the RSI? When you see that it's already getting to 30 and below, you should expect that, it's about to start buying at any point in time, okay? And when you see that it's at 70 and upwards, it's going to start selling. So you need to know that when we say selling, that means that the price is going down. And when we say buying, the price is going up, okay? So you can use this also in futures, right? But we're talking about majorly for spot trading, for arbitrage trading and all of that. So this is going to help you majorly in spot trading because you want to know when the price of an asset is going to go up, because that's how you're going to make money, right? You're going to do a buy limit to buy your coin, and then you place a sell limit so that a sell limit order to buy when it goes up and make profit. So that's majorly about the RSI. So now let's look at the SAR or the PSAR, which is the parabolic SARs. Now these are dots. These are also pattern-based signals, right? And what does it do? It helps us to show the trend in the market, the trend, what the direction of the price. Okay, you can see that these two are kind of working hand in hand, but there's a little bit of variability when it comes to them. So we'll look at the little nuances that have to do with their differences. Okay, so now take a good look at this point here. Exactly the point where I showed you here. Can you see where the price switched at this point? Can you notice that even though it started going up, the parabolic SAR didn't show up until this point. This is I hope you can see. That's on the second parabolic SAR. Let me show you on the first. Come on. Okay, that's on the first. You can see it didn't show up until the third. Until the third what? Until the third, candle. It didn't show up until the third candle there. And that's because at the point, there was a little retesting. Okay, so it was struggling with the price. But at that point, you can see that even though, let me not enlarge this too much. Even though you can see that there was a switch in the relative strength index, which started going up again. But the parabolic SAR didn't show up until the third, candle. And the reason being that at that point, there was still a retesting. And you will notice that in this place, I'm talking about the RSI now, it went up and it came down because there's no way when it goes up a bit, it will retest. It will have a little pullback and then go back up. So most times when it looks like it's switched, okay, there is a tendency that there might still be a test on it. There will be a pullback before it now starts going up. You see how this green candles now started shooting up high. Well, after the retesting, after the pullback, it just shot up high, went up directly, and then it kept on going up till it got to this place where the parabolic SAR now switched. So how do you use this too? Very, very importantly, anytime you're trying to check on, maybe like you're trying to do a coin arbitrage, you're trying to do majorly spot trading to see whether you should take advantage of a particular coin or not, come here and check the charts, okay? If you see that it's coming down and it's it's practically hitting maybe like this one that hit 26, you should know that at any moment, the price is going to go up. So at that point, if you're trying to make a buy decision, you should buy so that when you set your sell limit, it should hit that target very soon. That's the way you should look at it. And then when you see the parabolic SAR, which is now has switched, because what happens is that the parabolic SARs that are the dots beneath the different candles are already telling you that the price is going up. Then when it flips, it's showing that the price will soon start coming down. But when you see that, let me go to the beginning of this one so I can show you real life, as in like what's going on currently right now. Okay, so you can see here right now that just like I explained to you, this point here, can you see this green candle? Can you see the tail of this green candle? Let me just click on this point here. No, I'm not on it yet. Let me show you this. Yeah, can you see the tail of this green candle? That is where the point of the reversal came back. And you now see that afterwards, the parabolic SAR began to show up, all right? Because here in the RSI, there was, let me even check what that was exactly so that we can get the level it was. This is the level 33. That's the 33.79, I guess. That point signaled that, oh, the price is going to start going up, because it got to like about, I think it even got lower than 30, probably like 30. I think the previous one, if you look at it, it was not exactly, it was just about 33. Now, the whole idea of giving you an estimation of that level is so that you know that something's about to change. Now, when it's in the 50s, 60s, it's still dancing up and down. Anything can happen, right? But when you start seeing that it's getting close to 30, going below 30, there is going to be a change in that direction. And so at that point, you should go in for the buy. When you buy, then you can see that even the parabolic SAR is also, corroborating that fact, because when it switched and started going back up, you can see that the parabolic SARs started supporting it, and you can see that the way it's lifting, it's going on. You can see right now, let's take a good look at the RSI here. It's not yet at, let me see the level it is right now. Let me check, let me long press and check. Okay, it's actually at 72. So that means that at a point, you can see can you see the red candle here? Can you see the red candle? The red candle here is probably announcing that, oh, I'm about to change. Oh, I'm about to change. Oh, I'm about to change. So at that point, if you come in a bit more, you will see that it got to a height here. Look at this height of 26,983. Let's long press on that point and see. Okay, you can see here that it was still dancing. It wasn't yet very sure. Okay, but looking at the RSI, let me see what the position it was at that point. Yes, it was already on what? 78. So at that point, it already switched. Can you see that? But you'll just say, why isn't the parabolic SAR already coming down? That's because there's still a slight struggle, because even though it switched and it came back, can you see that there was a pullback here? Even though it switched at that point, started coming down, you can see the red candles, about one, two red candles, and a green candle, 1, 2, 3 red candles. Then it now went back up again. So that was the reason why the parabolic SAR did not take its turn. Don't forget, parabolic SAR is to help you know the trend, the direction of the price. So when you see that the parabolic SAR is here, still going up and hasn't switched, the direction of the price looks like it's still going to go up. And that's what it's looking like to me, that the price might still go up at this point. So if you're doing a spot trading, for instance, what will you do? If you come across this kind of situation, I will set a conservative buy limit, because I can see that the price is still flip-flopping, trying to go up and down. I won't buy outrightly, right? I won't buy outrightly. I am going to just take my time, set a buy limit, because I know it's going to come down, okay? And then when I see that it has hit it, I now set my sell limit, okay? Because I know at that point, because at this point here, you can see that the red candles are still struggling with the green candles. So it's not yet a direct, obvious downturn. It's not yet a direct, obvious, switching to a sell position. So at this point, I'm still safe. I can still go ahead and still, I can still go ahead and place my conservative buy limit, because I know it's going to come down. Even though right now it's showing a little green candle here, it's still going to come down a little bit more, because the parabolic SAR has not yet shown up. So that's how you use the two of them, right? You use the RSI to be sure to check on the strength of that price, because the strength keeps on changing. It will go weak, it will go strong, it will go weak, it will go strong. And that's why right now the parabolic SAR hasn't shown up, because the strength is not yet gotten to the point where the parabolic SAR is going to start pushing it down, right? So even though there's a retesting, for me, if I'm using this as spot trading, I'm just going to go ahead, set a buy limit, and then set a very good sell limit at the end. I hope you've learned something from here. Just to recap, these two help us to know what is going on in the market. Don't forget, the RSI shows the strength of the price, while the parabolic SAR shows the direction and the trend of the price. If you still need to learn more, I know there are lots and loads of, literary information on Google that you can check on. But if you have any question about this, you can just put that in the comment. Let me know what you think about this particular educational piece. Has it helped you? If it has helped you, please let us know in the comments. Give us a like, give us a share. And if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do just that. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.